All right, thank you for joining me today in this webinar about Firefight. And my name is Chaz Galloway. I'm the CEO and Director of Photography Operations and also the founder and inventor of Firefight. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Firefight is all about. So this is about a 15-minute presentation. I'm going to go through what is Firefight, how it works, why it works, the advantages of using Firefight, how to get started, and then just some tips for success. So real quick, just a little about our story. We were created by a group of real estate photographers for real estate photographers originally. I was well, I still am a professional real estate photographer, shooting properties with this thing right here. And the reason why we started Firefight is we saw these smartphone cameras improving faster than Canon and Nikon were improving. And we just kind of saw the opening in the market. We saw that the future of photography was going to be with smartphones. And so we set out to put our process that we use to shoot houses for our clients into make it available for anyone. So it's really important to understand that Firefight, it's not just a mobile app. It is a full service professional photography company. And it's really there's a process to it. You shoot it. It's not just a mobile app. You shoot it with the mobile app, but then it comes to us. Our editors process it and send it back. So it's very similar to hiring a professional photographer. Yeah, this is kind of a repeat of what I just said. It's a mobile app and professional photography platform. It allows people who use it to get high quality professional images using nothing but their smartphone. Our proprietary image capture process and the professional photo editors is how we guarantee the professional results every time. So now I'm going to talk about how it works. It's a 4-step process to getting your finished photos. The first is you're going to shoot your property with the Firefight app. You need to use the app. It's very important. A lot of people, sometimes they think they can shoot with the default camera on their phone and then send them to us, which technically you can, but to guarantee the results, we want you to use the Firefight app. The app is coded specifically for real estate photography, for shooting interiors. So it does things that we need, that our editors need to be able to get the results that we guarantee. And I'm going to talk more about that process later in this presentation. So yeah, step 1, you shoot the house. Step 2, you're going to upload it to the Firefight cloud. This is really important. You don't get your photos instantly inside the app. You actually have to send them to us. You do that inside the app, but we can't start working on your project until it is uploaded. It's real easy. You hit upload and you'll know we received it because the project will disappear from your home screen. That's how you know. So if you shot a project and you're wondering where your edited photos are, if you open your app and the project is still there on your home screen, we haven't received it yet. So you have to upload the project to make sure that we get it. Step 3, once we receive the photos, it's going to be edited by our professional editors. We have a team of editors standing by 24/7. We usually get to them get you your photos back within 3 to 4 hours. We guarantee 24-hour turnaround, but we're getting pretty good, where we spit them out pretty quick. And that's really the secret. The editors are our secret sauce and why we can guarantee the results that we can. And like I said, once again, it's not just an app. I mean, you're hiring professionals to get you professional photos. And then the final thing is you're going to receive your edited images back. We send them via Dropbox. You're getting an email and a text. And, it's very similar to hiring a professional. You're going to receive your photos back via a file sharing system. We use Dropbox. All right. So why use Firefight? Cost for one. On average, it's going to save you about 80% less than hiring a professional real estate photographer. When you hire a professional photographer, you're paying for their time and their talent. When you remove them from the situation, it's going to be a lot cheaper, bottom line. speed and convenience. This is the biggest reason why most users use Firefight. Just the fact that they can now get professional images with the camera that they already own at a moment's notice. That's the main reason why it's such an amazing product. Using a smartphone is really important because you can upload them, before you've turned the lights out on the property and shut it down. We can already be working on your photos, and that's why shooting with smartphones really does help the process, because there's not as much time lapse between the processing part. We can get them right away. So, you don't need to make an appointment anymore. And because of this, you're going to be able to bring your properties to market 90% faster. There's no minimum photo order. This is really big. A lot of times you don't need a full photo shoot. You just need a few photos. And it doesn't justify paying the photographer to go back. Firefight is great for this. We're only $1.99 a photo, so if you just need, because they changed a couch or painted the house or something, you just need 2 or 3, it's a really great product just for those in between shots. Or if you just need temporary photos to get it listed, that's a really great reason to at least give it a try. The all-weather advantage, because of our editors, cloudy skies don't get in the way anymore. Bad weather doesn't delay anything, because we'll do sky replacements if the sky is cloudy. And anyone who's tried to organize photo shoots or worked as a professional photographer knows how big that is, because a lot of times weather will, you have something scheduled and then it's raining or it's cloudy that day and client doesn't want to do it. Well, cloudy days with a sky replacement actually make really good photos, because it's really soft light and there's no shadows. And if you just put a blue sky behind it, all of a sudden it's a really great photo. And then the final thing is there's no photography training needed. It's just point and shoot. And we've designed the app to be that way, to where anyone can do it. And finally, the smartphones have finally caught up, and they finally have the lenses and the sensor size, and that they truly have, in my opinion, they're as good or better than these things. And the fact that you always have this with you, that's why, in my opinion, smartphones are the best cameras in the world. The best camera in the world is one you got with you. It's an old photography saying. So Firefight allows you to use the camera that you already own to get professional level real estate photography. These are some of our clients, just to name a few. We got them scattered all over the world, but mostly United States. Most of our biggest clients are usually like property management companies in beach and ski areas. That seems to be where it's used the most. But we have real estate professionals, property managers, vacation rental companies, hotels, all over the U.S. and even some other countries using. All right, the tech. This is where I'm going to get into kind of the technical details of what is going on, it's good for you to understand. So it's 2 key parts to us that leads to us getting you professional results from a smartphone. For one, the mobile app is, when you shoot a photo with the Firefight app, it's not like shooting a photo with your default camera. It does a lot more. You don't have to know. It all happens in the background, but it is coded specifically to get the types of images that we need to process it the right way. And I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. And the second step is the professional editing, which is, the special photo capture plus the professional editing is what makes, this really an amazing professional photography tool. So now I'm going to give you an example. All right, so this is a photo that was shot by one of our users recently. It's a client out of Hawaii. This is a basic living room. This is the basic type of photo that we process. You got, basic living room. You got these bright windows. Now, this is the final result. Now, this photo did not start off this way. I'm going to show you This photo was created from 4 photos, actually. All right, when you every photo that you shoot in Firefight, it's not just shooting one, it's shooting at least 4, depending on the lighting situation. It kind of reads the room and decides how many it needs to take to get an equal balance in the highlights and the shadows and the midtones. So like I said, this one used 4 photos. That was photo 1, that was photo 2, that was photo 3, that was photo 4. After the editors get those, it becomes this. They blend it together, they get all the color right, they hand cut out the windows, which is my favorite part. It's really great for like ocean views and Gulf fronts, things like that. But that's the secret sauce. You know, that's what you need to understand, that this is a real live human being creating this. You know, it's really a labor of love for these editors. And this is what automation is still a long way away from being able to get something like that. And you're definitely not going to be able to get it in camera. It doesn't matter how expensive the camera you're going to get. The editing is the secret sauce. So this process is known as exposure bracketing. It's where it takes multiple photos at different exposures. And then using post-processing editing techniques, the editors blend the images together to get the perfect lighting, the perfect accurate color, the window views, etc. Now, this is used by most professional real estate photographers. Anyone who's ever been in real estate or architectural photography knows of this process. We just put it into an app. So to sum it up, those 4 photos create this. That is why using the app, we need you to use the app, because we need it to take the amount of photos we need to get this. So yeah, secret sauce, the in-app photo capture plus the professional editors equals professional results. Okay, best smartphones to use. The newer the better. The newer models, they're getting better, and they will continue to get better. Smartphone manufacturers want us to buy a new phone every year, and so they have to roll out incremental changes. And one of the only places that they can improve the phone to make people want to buy a phone every year is the camera. So you're going to see the cameras in smartphones getting better and better and better, and they're always going to be improving the imaging capabilities. That's why they actually have surpassed the DSLRs, because DSLRs, professional photographers usually buy one of these new, you know, every 3 to 5 years. So Canon and Nikon and Sony, they don't improve these at a rate as fast as the smartphone manufacturers do. So I can assure you, you know, this is only the beginning. We're going to see even more and more improvements in smartphones. You definitely want an ultra wide angle lens. Starting with the iPhone 11, as far as iPhones go, that was the first iPhone that had that. And that's really important. You know, in the old days before that, it was kind of hard to get industry standard real estate photography from a smartphone because the lens wasn't wide enough. But now it comes default in most, basically all of them. So, but I always say the more cameras, the better. You know, I mean, you're not always going to be shooting wide. There are times when you want to go tight. I like the iPhone 13. It's got a 0.5 1x and a 3x, and that really allows me to do everything I could possibly need. All right, so as you can see, you know, when you get it right, these are some sample images shot by users using Firefight and their smartphone. As you can see, the results are pretty darn impressive when you do it right. And this is what Firefight does. Pricing, it's $1.99 per photo. So we do, you know, you got to make every shot count. You don't want to just go in and shoot 100 photos of a 3-bedroom house, you know, because we're going to edit every single photo. We edit every photo that comes through. You do have a chance inside the app to delete the photos before you send them. But I really recommend just training yourself to just frame the shot, you know, make sure that you're going to want this angle. If you can frame it and point it at a good angle, we can take it from there. But it is $1.99 a photo. When you sign up, you put a card on file. It's billed to that card each time. There's no monthly fees or anything like that. It's just we charge per photo. Anything that is submitted to us. Your first project is free. This is really important. Take advantage of this. All right. We want you to try it out. We want you to really put it to the test. I tell everybody, go to an actual house, an actual listing, and shoot the whole house for your first one. Don't just shoot 1 or 2 images, you know, from in the room you're in or whatever. You're not going to really be able to see what this platform does. So make sure you make the most of that first project. As far as photo delivery, you get your photos back via Dropbox. You're going to get an email and a text when that happens. Once again, it's a lot like hiring a professional, you know, because you get your photos back via some file sharing system. So if you want to get started, just download the app. And the first time you're going to have to create an account. The app will direct you to firefightcloud.com, which is where you create an account and, you know, create a password, username, put your card on file. And then once you're created, you'll log back into the app and you can start shooting. You only have to do that once, and then you're good to go. And from then on, we can handle it from there. Remember, your first project is free. So take advantage of that. All right, key takeaways. All right, it's risk-free to try. There's no risk. You can go shoot it. You know, a lot of people, some people are skeptical about this, which is understandable. But hey, go try it. Go to a listing. You know, shoot the whole thing for free. It's you know, try and break it. Make the most of that first project. And another thing, you know, don't go out and fire your professional photographer right away. There's always going to be a need for professionals who do this. But this is just another tool. It's another option for getting professional photography. And the final thing, the more you shoot, the better you will get. I can promise you that. One of the most rewarding things about my job is watching my users. I'm turning average people into professional photographers. Firefight gives you that tool, and the more you shoot, that you know, you'll start realizing, you know, how much better you're getting, and you'll start framing shots better. You'll start seeing the angles every time you walk in a listing. Like you'll start thinking about how you would shoot it. And it's really cool, rewarding system, and we're very proud of it. We're always here and available. I make myself very accessible. I mean, from inside the app, you can actually call my cell phone directly from inside the app anytime. So if you're ever having problems, just call me. All right, that is it. Thank you for listening, and go out and shoot some great photos today.